The tango is often referred to as the dance of love. Why? Because it takes two to tango. Now, I'm sure you have heard that cliche many times before. However, Mr. Toastmaster, guests, and fellow Toastmasters, today it is my sincere hope that as I share with you 3 valuable life lessons I learned from a dance instructor while trying to learn to tango, you too will come to realize that the tango is not only the dance of love, but also the dance of life. It was a cold, rainy Sunday afternoon when I stormed into a dance studio in downtown Santa Cruz seeking shelter from the pouring rain and was greeted by a buxom firecracker, Nina, who assumed that I was desperately trying to be on time for the 4:30 dance class she was about to begin teaching. Looking around at the gorgeous bodies in the room, I thought, well, if this is not heaven, this must be hell. So I decided to leave quietly through a side door, clearly marked, for emergency exit only. Woo, 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 woo! Off went the alarm. And so too did Nina, in my direction, with her eyes like laser beams affixed to mine. Like a zombie, I froze. The heat I drew from Nina was so intense, my body began to thaw. Luckily, I was able to convince Nina that the puddle I was standing in was rainwater, which she bought hook, line, and sinker, and offered me a rose, symbolizing her invitation for me to take her dance class. Now tell me, would you refuse an offer like that? Oh no, I didn't. I was ready to dance. Nina then announced that the day's lesson was going to be the tango. A dance born in the barrios of Argentina. A dance every man, woman, or child can master if they would apply the simple life lessons she was about to begin teaching and just watch their P's and Q's. Pints and quarts, I thought, what does that have to do with dance? But before I could get an answer, Nina shouted, "Pair up! It takes two to tango." Now I was in a room full of strangers. My hands began shaking, my knees. I felt like I was about to deliver an icebreaker. My wandering eyes began to hunt. But soon I realized that the hunter was indeed the hunted. When across the room I spied a friendly smile beckoning me to come to begin the dance of a lifetime. Nina's first lesson was all about balance. To tango, she said, you must find your balance and maintain it. Sometimes it's fine to lean on your partner or allow your partner to lean on you. But if you're constantly leaning and leaning and leaning, the dance is doomed to failure. And how do you find that balance? By watching your P's and Q's, your posture, your poise, your position, while taking your cue from your partner. No questions are necessary. Look your partner straight in the eyes, and body language will tell you everything you need to know. Why? Because it takes two to tango. Soon we were in perfect balance, feeling like we could be contestants on that hit TV show, Dancing with the Stars. But after the third rendition of the first song, Nina shouted, "Change." And I shouted, "Why?" I was holding on to my partner for dear life. And that's when I got lesson number 2. The only constant in life is change. So we must always be prepared to change with the changes. When you change yourself, you change the world. Let your partner grow. Give your partner room to grow. And if the union was meant to be, time will let you know. Why? Because it takes two to tango. Nina was right. Before long, we were back together like two peas in a pod, as if we had never missed a step. Still in perfect balance. Still ready to dance. But as we continued dancing, the room began to get smaller and smaller. We started bumping into each other, even exchanging dirty looks with each other. And that's when I got lesson number 3. Be a lover, not a fighter. Sometimes your own partner will back you into a corner. Don't fight your way out. Dance your way out. Just look for that little opening and go with the flow. And then Nina gave an example of going with the flow that was just priceless. A doctor gave his patient a wonderful, after her physical, a compliment, telling her that he couldn't believe at age 16 she still had the bosom of at the age 60 she still had the bosom of a 16-year-old. Oh, she was tickled to death. Couldn't wait to get home to share the great news with her husband, whose only response was, well, did he say anything about your 70-year-old derriere? And her response was, oh no, honey, your name never came up. Just went with the flow. My fellow Toastmasters, if you follow Nina's 3 simple life lessons, change with the changes, find your balance, maintain it, and be a lover, not a fighter, I guarantee you that like this rose, the signature of the tango, your love life will blossom. Why? Because you will know that you know that you know. It takes how many? 2. I can hear you. 2. Yes, it takes 2 to tango.